SportsCenter on the road is presented by Geico. Get more with Geico.
J.J. McCarthy is essentially a rookie, having missed all of last season, but he was back under center for the Vikings. They were hosting the Texans in their first sideline from McCarthy. Later in the drive, 3rd and 4 now to Lucky Jackson. Cannot make the catch. Escape. Here's what Justin Jefferson had to say about it.
He's looked comfortable out there. He's going through the motions. I feel like he's making the proper reads. He's not forcing anything. He's just letting the game come to it, which we end down.
If he can find Jetta the way he found Addison, they'll be just fine. McCarthy 4 of 7 for 30 yards. Vikings win by 10. So we're back with Herm Edwards to delve a little further into those performances, beginning with one J.J. McCarthy. First game back in nearly a year after he tore his meniscus, took him out all last season. What'd you see from him?
He had tremendous poise in the pocket, and you like that. You're talking about a guy who got injured.
Right.
Now, this is the first time he's coming back in a live football game. I know it's preseason, but it's live. He was very good in the pocket, and got him some early, easy throws. And he is talented, very nice throw. So, you know, when you look at this guy, I mean, this is why they drafted him.
Right.
He's just got to stay healthy. But I tell you what, he has a lot of talent, this young man.
Yeah, that's the thing that was so questionable about him coming out of Michigan, was whether or not he was being hidden in that offense. But now he's getting a chance to shine and taking advantage of it. Now, moving over to the G-men, Jackson Dart, his debut.
All right, Vikings win 20-10 over the Texans. Coming up here, Stetson Bennett ready to lead the Rams as they host the Dallas Cowboys after a couple of days of joint practice. They're next door at SoFi Stadium here, kicking off in just a matter of moments. We're going to take you there for a live look-in. We're also going to have live look-ins at the Steelers-Jaguars matchup as Travis Hunter makes his preseason debut. What's up, everybody? Great to be here with you inside our NFL Network newsroom in Los Angeles. Rhett Lewis, Gerald McCoy, Brian Baldinger, fired up for some more football here on NFL Network. 2 games down. We still got 1 game left to go on our Saturday triple header. It would be the Jets and the Packers. But let's talk a little bit about the what we saw here from the Vikings. This was a good effort, really start to finish. Baldy, let's start with J.J. McCarthy. Got a drive in, long drive, and ended up in a score.
Got a score and played behind the starting offense line minus Christian Darrisaw. So that was good, just getting that timing down. On the other side of the ball, the Vikings do what they continue to do. They took the ball away 3 times. They led the league in takeaways a year ago, so they got the ball back. But this was all about JJ's day right here. Working with some receivers not named Justin Jefferson today, but he got the ball out of his hands. Some quick completions. That's what you're looking for. Get the completions right here. Take your shots. Nice job by the receiver going down to get that one right there.
Yeah, he had 3 catches on the night.
Yeah, and the thing about him is when you come off an injury, you just want to get good quality reps. Mm-hmm. And you want to get good completions to get some confidence. He hasn't played a lot of snaps, but he played. Yeah. And the thing I say about preseason, vet or rookie, young guy, doesn't matter.
Play.
You have to play. That's the only way to get better at the game. You can't sit on the sideline and say, oh, well, he's getting good quality practice reps. You got to get in the game speed. Everything spreads out when you're in the game. Everything moves a lot faster. The timing is different. So he got some good quality reps in today.
Yep, and really from start to finish, Max Brosmer, 4th quarterback into the game for the Vikings, got himself a touchdown at the end to Miles Price. And for the Texans, didn't see C.J. Stroud. Still trying to, Gerald continue to maybe rediscover that offensive firepower they had in year 1 when he was a rookie. Look, they were still a playoff team last year, but with new offensive coordinator Nick Caley, I think, again, we're starting to see some of those pieces come together there, but this is a talented Texans team.
Yeah, they are, and a big issue of that last year was the offensive line.
Right.
He got hit and sacked a lot. And then something to think about also is this offseason there was a report that he had some shoulder soreness. So I don't know if there's anything to that with him not playing, if something's really going on with his shoulder. But what I do know is he didn't play. Yeah. I would like to see him get some reps, because you need to get that timing down, and you need to be able to get back in the groove of things so you can see what it is you got on the field.
Joe, not only did they change the offensive coordinator, they changed the offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You think about the last game they played against Kansas City in playoff game, sacked 9 times, hit 13 times. They really found a new left side to the offense line. We saw Ariante Ursary, the second-round pick from Minnesota, out there today.
Yeah.
They got to protect the quarterback better up front, and then from a scheme standpoint, they got to protect the quarterback better. And that's one of the reasons why they made a lot of changes at coordinator, offensive line coach, and on the line itself.
Yeah, one thing we do know that is certain, Gerald, is that defense is for real in Houston.
For sure.
Ton of talent up there. They're going to get after the quarterback and be a force to be reckoned with. All right, first game of the day here on NFL Network today was the Giants and
Yo, Vikings fans, what's up? It's your guy Victor here with Report Vikings. And man, we gotta talk about something wild that's been floating around the NFL rumor mill. And yeah, it involves none other than Micah freaking Parsons. I know, sounds crazy, right? But trust me, there's a lot more heat to this than you might think. So here's the deal, the Cowboys and Micah Parsons. Their relationship is getting real rocky. Dallas reportedly doesn't want to deal with his agent when it comes to a new contract, which is absolutely insane in the NFL. You don't just bypass the agent of a 3-time All-Pro, man. That's not how this works. Now, because of all that drama, Parsons has requested a trade. And guess what? The Vikings have been casually mentioned as a potential landing spot. Look, I'll be real with y'all, it's a long shot. I'm not out here saying this is likely. This is the same Cowboys team that straight up finessed us in the Herschel Walker trade back in the day. So yeah, history says, don't trust Dallas. But when guys like Ted Nguyen from The Athletic tweet out Micah Parsons to the Vikings would be cinema, you gotta pay attention. Even Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk threw our name into the mix when listing contenders. That's not nothing. And just think about it. Micah Parsons in a Brian Flores defense? Bro, that's not just football, that's art. Parsons is still just 26, entering his prime, and he's one of the most disruptive defenders in the entire league. You pair him with Jonathan Greenard, Van Ginkel, maybe even Dallas Turner. That's not a pass rush, that's a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. You know what they say, you can never have too many pass rushers. But with this group, we'd be pushing that saying to the absolute limit in the best way. Now let's talk price, because nothing in life is free, especially not Micah Parsons. If Kwesi even wants to pick up the phone, it's gonna cost at least 2 first-rounders and probably a player like Dallas Turner. One possible scenario floating around looks like this. Vikings get Micah Parsons, a 2026 second-rounder, and a 2027 fourth. Cowboys get Dallas Turner, a 2026 first, and a 2027 first. Would I do that deal? I mean, if we're in win now mode, yeah, it's steep. But Parsons isn't just another defender. He's a true game changer. Let's keep it 100. The odds of Jerry Jones actually letting Parsons walk over a contract dispute? Super low. Last week he told ESPN not to lose sleep over it and basically hinted that it's just classic negotiation tactics. Still, just the fact that Minnesota is being mentioned in these conversations, that's a testament to where this team is headed. We're no longer the little brother in the NFC. We're a team that people take seriously. But I gotta know from you guys, if you were the GM, would you send 2 firsts and a young edge rusher to land Parsons? Or is that too much future to give up, even for a guy of his caliber? Let's chop it up in the comments. I want to hear your takes on this, no matter how wild they are. And if you're hyped just thinking about the possibility of Micah Parsons in purple and gold, hit that like button, share this video with another Vikings fan, and don't forget to subscribe to Report Vikings so you never miss a beat during this crazy offseason. Alright y'all, that's all for today. I'll be back soon with more updates, whether it's fantasy, free agency, or fire rumors like this one. Until next time, Skol Vikings!